What's good?
What's good?
What's good? What's good, y'all?
Different angle now.
Yeah, we switching it up on y'all. We just keeping y'all on y'all toes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what's good? What's good, y'all? Happy Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not gonna be Thursday when this video drops, but we gonna talk about this damn fight, this fight card, bro. My guy, my GOAT, my greatest of all time, bro. I know he's not the best, but he's my best. You know what I'm saying? Izzy, bro. I've been like kind of nervous about this fight for a minute, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We're just doing the last three fights, y'all.
First fight we're gonna talk about: Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price.
Michael Key.
Is supposed to be the retirement fight. They're somehow making a big deal about, despite the fact, respectfully. I mean, what has Michael Chiesa done for them to, like, you know, kind of advertise his retirement?
And you know what's crazy? They're gonna like give him like a big ass like farewell outro package. Like he's gonna have like the retirement like fucking jumbotron. Everybody's gonna be crying in the crowd. Like it's gonna be a whole little spectacle, and all he's gonna be is him subbing out Nico Price. Bro, you know what's crazy? I used to be a fan of Nico Price, bro. I mean, it's not like I'm not a fan of Nico Price. Like, you know, all power to the brother. You know, he's trying to fight, you know, feed his family, respect, all to it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for, you know, putting your life on the line for our entertainment. But Nico Price did not pan out the way that I was hoping he would years ago. He has all the physical attributes, super long, lanky.
I know when you look when you look at him, you like think like, one, he looks like a superhero. To be honest.
Bro, he's built like an action figure, right? Crazy ass like physique and shit, but as much as he can scrap, as much as he used to like to scrap, I mean, he still does like to scrap, but I feel like that's what kind of got him into the situation where he's at now, where it's like now he's not able to take punches like he used to. Things aren't the same, like, you know.
Like for me, just seems his body is just broken down. Like the skills are there, but like the body just can't catch up, or not even catch up. The body just still not there. He had a lot of wars in the UFC and even before the UFC, but his body at this point he can't take the punch. And I mean, I'm not gonna say he was the greatest fighter, like, you know, he would have been like a top 5 or whatever, but I mean, like you said, I think I expected more of Price. But I will say, out of Cowboy Cerrone, his like 7 losing streak he went on, the only person who didn't defeat him was Nico Price. Yeah, they had a draw.
Damn, Nico. Hey, man. He has like 7 kids. Do you know that?
No, what the?
He has like 5 or like 7 kids. He has like a crazy number of kids.
Oh, no
That's a lot of mouths to feed, bro. You gotta fight, bro. Hey, respect. Nico puts on fights, bro. I got Michael Chiesa by. Well, I'm gonna just say this is going to a decision, bro.
Man, I was about to say decision. I'd say Michael Chiesa. Round 2. I think his grappling, even though he might be on the older side, to be honest, he doesn't have a lot of miles like Price does. So I think just like maybe Price puts a bit of hands on him in round 1, but I think Chiesa just grabs him, takes him to the ground, and subs him in the second round.
But bro, you know what else, bro? You know what I just thought about? He did get injured, no? Did he? Yeah. I think he had a knee injury. No, what were you about to say? He just got knocked out last month. Bro, and it was a bad knockout. He got fucked up. He was out on his feet. They're trying to feed him to Chiesa, bro. UFC is not split. And they got here, they're trying to feed him to this. Oh, Lord. What the hell? They about to give him this. His wife about to come in and kiss him? Bro, and you know who else they had him fight on the retirement fight? Robbie Lawler.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, hey, I don't know, man. Hey, if the UFC is on some rape bullshit, man, this is really tough. Why is he going for the takedown, bro? He's about to get sold.
Why the fuck are you going for the takedown on Michael Chiesa?
I kind of think it's a bit fishy to me, but
Israel, el hombre de Otlán de la Grana que llega, recorta y
he already got reversed. He already got reversed. He's about to get sold, bro. Round 1, 2. He lost your retirement fight getting knocked out like that. This is bullshit. Okay, bro. That's bullshit. Cut Nico Price. I'm sorry. Cut him.
Bro, this shit looks so fucking rigged. I'm sorry, that shit looks so fucking rigged.
Yeah, that seems like fake.
Did this shit not look fucking rigged? Why are you going for the
When does
takedown?
Nico Price ever go for a takedown?
Bro, that looks so fucking spaced. I don't know what that was. I mean, I know it's not. No, I'm not calling this shit rigged. Bro, and I love Nico Price. This shit just pissed me off. This shit just fucking... I don't know how I feel about that.
Al límite y todos sus partidos.
Alright, give us the Michael Chiesa fucking retirement package.
There's a package that we made for Michael Chiesa. They say fairy tales don't come true unless you're Michael Chiesa.
So next we have...
Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber.
This is 2, right? This is a rematch.
I think so. I think they fought before.
Grasso had to win that.
Oh, yeah, I think she won it.
Yeah.
Fought in 2021.
Okay.
Macy Barber's on like a win streak right now, right?
She is. She's hot.
She's going up. I think she's figured some shit out. I think she kind of knows more, like, you know, what her game is. I think it's just a trajectory thing right now. I think Grasso's going down.
And then their second title fight, a lot of people thought Valentina won. You could say Alexa Grasso did enough to like make it a draw, like because it was a draw.
Yeah.
Definitely, we could see that she could at least win some rounds against Valentina though. In the second, so she's obviously not. People say like, oh, she's like
that third fight.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, like a fluke. People say like she's a fluky fighter or whatever. She's good enough to steal some rounds against Valentina, right? So the skills there. Third fight, Valentina just grappled her, just like she beat Weili, right? Just grappled the entire time. So obviously, Macy Barber has a clear path to winning. Grapple Alexa Grasso, but all respect to Alexa Grasso, you're a champion. You could kick my ass. But I mean, Macy Barber is a tough fighter, and like a tough in terms of like, doesn't matter like she has blood on her face or if she's down to round. Yeah, she's down to scrap. So I think Macy Barber knows that. I think she puts the pressure on Grasso, and I think Grasso's gonna fold.
Things gonna come down to that dog.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come. Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to that dog. Or Barber just grapple Grasso into an easy one. It's a 3-round fight, and I think that gives advantage to Barber more than Grasso. But Grasso's definitely the better striker, but I don't know. I think she kind of just hit her peak. She hit her limit.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I think Macy Barber did figure it out. So I'm gonna go Macy Barber. I think it's probably gonna go to a decision again. Probably 30-27. I think she is gonna use a lot of her grappling, and I think because I remember in their first fight, she didn't really commit to a lot of her strikes. No. She was doing a lot of feinting at range. She was doing a lot of everything at range. And like I said, Grasso was going up at the time. So that was around the time she started putting her hands together a lot more. So I think it's going to be a lot more contact in this fight. It's probably going to be better than the first fight. Yeah, I got Macy Barber 30-27.
Yeah, I got a 30-27 too. As much as I want Grasso to, go out there and put on a show, I just feel she's kind of checked out.
Yeah, the sport is better with like a Alexa Grasso being good. Like when her peak where she's throwing hands and shit, like I don't know, bro. It's like the last couple fights I've seen with her, man, I've been a little disappointed in like her development in her hands. Like I just feel like she has really good boxing, and like I don't know, maybe it's like I said, maybe she just needs to like switch camps or something, maybe get like different looks, add more weapons or different weapons, but we'll see, bro. Who knows? She could go out there and fucking overhand Macy Barber to sleep. So let's see. Hey, show me some, Alexa Grasso.
Please show us something.
Show me some. Show me some.
I said if Grasso actually fights like she wants to be there, then I think like on paper she's a better striker. I don't think Macy Barber's grappling is that so much better that Grasso should be able to defend it.
Okay. I also agree. If she fights like her championship form, like in her peak, like how she should be fighting with her hand, let her hand go, she'll win.
He actually looks a bit more locked in right here.
She doesn't locked in.
Yeah.
So you think what, last minute change up or what?
I'll do last minute change up.
Alright, you got Grasso. Fuck, I want to pick Grasso too, but I'm gonna stick with Macy Barber.
It's like a Grasso in terms of like boxing, right? She has really good entries, like some of the best in the division. When she actually wants to commit to a combination, she gets off super clean and she gets off super fast.
Yeah.
That's how she like tagged Valentina like a good decent amount of time.
Yeah, because she dropped Valentina before, right? Bro, maybe it's like I said, maybe she just needs to like switch camps or something. Maybe get like different looks, add more weapons or different weapons. But
well, maybe you need to shut the fuck up.
Wow. I've never seen this before.
I don't really remember a whole lot of social media, but I also wanted to come on here and at least tell you guys that I am okay. I am very blessed to live the life that I do.
Your boy.
My guy, him, the GOAT. Look what he be doing.
The little
yeah. That's my guy, bro. Look, quick backstory, bros. So, you know, watched UFC when I was a kid, stopped watching for a while, like when I got to like high school, and then I started getting back into it in college. Connor kind of got me back into it, like 2016, 2017.
It was like, right.
Literally like him at his peak damn near. This is like around when he fought Floyd and shit, and he came back, lost to Habib. So, you know, I fucked with Connor, but like, you know, he also disappeared for a while, and then he started acting all crazy.
Did you in fact punch that man?
Look, in respect to the whole entire situation, I'm just we'll let it play out with what happens with what happens with it. So
okay,
what happened was a little hazy for me also, and it was many months ago, like I said, and I have been making amends to make it not happen again.
So I was like trying to find different fighters to gravitate towards. You know, there's Max and there's Habib. There's all these good fighters. But bro, I don't know. I just always resonated with Izzy, bro. Like once I seen him come in and like, you know, Derek Brunson was like roasting him, calling him skinny and shit, and like he was like, you know, the skinnies was about to, you know, put hands on you essentially, and I was like, bro, like I fuck with this dude, and ever since then, bro, like that's been my guy, and like, you know, me and you damn near watched like his whole
his whole title reign.
Like his title reign.
You saw him beat Rob. I think that was the first fight we ever watched with each other. About a reminiscence.
It was around like the first times. Yeah. We went to fucking Hooters for that shit, bro. Like, dog. And I remember we were both like,
we were like Rob.
Because bro, we're Rob fans too, right?
We were big Rob fans. We're like, bro, Izzy, like, you know, because remember he went to life and death with Kevin and Gastelum. So we were like, Kevin Gastelum's a good guy, but Rob, remember, this is after he went to war with Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, there's Rob's
like Rob's is probably another level than anybody Izzy's ever fought.
And Izzy went in there and knocked out Rob in the second round and
obliterated him.
And we were like, oh, it's like this is a different, like this is how I feel, like how people saw when Anderson Silva first came in and basically gave like a new level of like striking. I think that's how we saw Izzy, right? Like, oh my god, like this is a guy that like
this next level, bro. Like the technicality, like the precision, the way that he would move his upper body a lot, like his upper body movement compared to like his footwork. Like he just had different layers of defenses. He had different tactics and different plans and steps to go to if you did certain things. He had different traps. Like Izzy was just on a whole nother level, bro. Like, and he was just doing shit like a lot of people, especially at middleweight, was not doing.
Something else he did at a very elite level was defending takedowns. His takedown defense specifically against the cage was definitely next level. That man was very hard to take down for somebody who came into the sport very late.
So he definitely elevated the sport, because like, bro, you see now like all these middleweights are damn near Izzy size, maybe a little shorter, but they're a little bigger. They're all really well-rounded, because if you think about it, bro, like if all these years you see at the top level there's this fucking striker who's fucking everybody up, you're like, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna get as good as him at kickboxing, but I can get good for MMA in terms of my striking. I can get good with my wrestling, I can get good with my grappling, and then now you're seeing all these dudes that are super well-rounded at middleweight. You know, fucking, you got Hamza as a specialist. You got all these dudes that are like, literally, these are all blueprints of beating Izzy. I feel like a lot of these dudes at the top, like they're all like builds for like what you would want in somebody that can beat Izzy.
I think that's what makes it really good. Like, you know, you like push the sport a bit. Like, for example, Dominic Cruz, right? He came in, he had an entire gym built in just to beat Dominic Cruz. You had John Jones at the top. Like, a lot of these, like I know like heavyweight division's kind of like shallow right now, but like before, like back then, like these guys, like up and coming, the guys were like being built and trained just to beat John Jones. Like, we need a long rangy guy who could defend a takedown and who could strike and who has pop, right? People were being trained to beat John Jones. People were being trained to beat Dominic Cruz, and now like people, like you said about the middleweight, like people were being trained or they were coming up to beat Izzy because he was so dominant for so long.
Exactly, bro. Like, So all these dudes that are here now, like especially at the top, this is like the next evolution of the sport. Like how we were saying how Izzy was the next evolution of the sport when it was his time. And it's just crazy, like, you know, just watching it all, like, you know, seeing like just the sport just change, because it does change, man. Like you know, your fighters that you fuck with, they all get old, bro. So it's like, definitely enjoy the moments while they're here. Just as the fans, you know, enjoy the moments, bro, because like that shit does not last, especially if you got fighters like Hamza only fighting once a year.
Yeah, even as he said himself, like, look at like all these like champions right now, they only fight once a year. You guys criticize my fights, but at least
exactly. At least he was showing up.
Yeah, at least he was showing up and fighting. So exactly,
he was showing up, and if motherfuckers wasn't gonna try to press him, he gonna get a leg kick and jab fest. I'm sorry. Dang, bro, you gotta keep the belt, bro. I'm not gonna go out the way and make my fucking chin get on the line so that you could catch me. I say all that to say, Izzy elevated the sport, and I feel like maybe even a Joe Pyfer, he's been training probably damn near his whole MMA career. I don't know how long he's been training for, but at least the last 8 years he's probably been training for Izzy. Like in his mind, he's like, if Izzy's at the top, that's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna make sure this is who I'm beating. So I feel like he's gonna come in with a good game plan to beat Izzy. I feel like the blueprint is out there on like a lot of what you have to do for Izzy. You're gonna have to is when he gets his back against the cage, you know, if you're gonna be smart about it, it's probably best to shoot. He's gonna make you work, but you know, get him to work too. Try to trip him out. Try to get him taken down in the open octagon. And shit, bro, like especially on the stance switches, bro. Like if you can catch him in between all that, the openings can be there. I think Izzy is getting slower, and I feel like that's why a lot of these openings that have been opening up have been presenting themselves. He's getting slower. His reaction time is getting slower. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what comes with the game.
Especially when your defense was kind of built around head movement, right? So like if you built that over like the years, once you start getting slower, where now you have to compensate for that. And Izzy is an intelligent fighter, so I think he knows that now. But I mean, like sometimes old habits die hard. So maybe like, you know.
And one thing I can say, bro, like, you know, as a huge Izzy fan, and we've talked about it before, I really wish Izzy like incorporated more layers of MMA into his fighting. Yeah. He says he trains in jiu-jitsu, and he's always trying to like, you know, prove his jiu-jitsu and shit. But I mean, he never shoots for takedowns either, you know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where I wish he would have he could have given more looks, because that would have probably prolonged his reign, even like if he had like another layer to go to, like a GSP, like how he had layers to go to. If this wasn't working, he had that. If that wasn't working, he had this. You know, he had a little bit of everything. So I wish Izzy would have kind of navigated he branched out more into like showing more layers. Maybe this is the fight where he tries, but yeah, bro. I got Izzy by round 2 knockout, bro. Izzy by round 2 KO, baby. We knocking that boy out.
What the fuck? On the White House? We up in Seattle with it, gang.
So I will say, I don't think Izzy is, well, he's out of his prime. I think no one's gonna like complain about that. This is a good matchup for Izzy, right? He could bounce around, down to the side, trap Joe Pyfer, you know. But if Izzy comes in super aggressive, that's the thing. When Izzy becomes super aggressive, I don't think it works to his favor.
It opens him up a bit.
Yeah, I think it opens him up a bit more. I think he needs to go back to like you said, set those traps, set those feints, have the person frozen, and then to go in for the attack.
I think this is a good matchup for Izzy, especially a prime Izzy. Like this is a bad matchup for Pyfer, but right now it's a more even matchup. So I got Izzy by round 2 TKO.
I got Izzy by round 4. I think round 4.
Get out of there. Punish him.
Y aquí te dejamos un mensaje muy especial de Chris Pratt. Si quieres permiso de Quiñones, es un verdadero chocolate fondant con los pies al medio. Está truncada la cancha. El lateral de la derecha.
Yeah, kind of after him, yeah.
Great game plan from Pyfer. What a sport.
Again, like, what could I say? It does not matter. There's no answer to what was done. I was completely in the wrong, so there's no need to even discuss what began it, what was going on outside, inside, any of that.